Hello, dear viewer. Good day. My name is Michael A. Delitala, and I'm here to bring you another short story, also a poem from my latest book, The Revisionist, Volume 3, Tales of Turmoil. Now, this one was authored 9 August 2001. And what I can tell you is I was just completed getting out of a really, really significant breakup with someone I had been with for 2 years, and I was desperate. Was looking for some revenge sex and was courting a girl I was working with. She will remain nameless. And what occurred to me was this fantasy, and that is the title of this short story, Fantasy. This one's a bit raunchy, so hopefully by the end of it, I've gotten some of your fluids moving. We'll see. Anyway, I give you both a short story and a poem in the all-in-one, Fantasy. A quick, sudden, surprising knock on my door. Who can that be? I suddenly implore. It's late at night and no one has phoned. I'm not expecting anyone in my home. I quickly look around, hoping that the home looks sound. I spent yesterday straightening up, but with two bachelors living here, things can quickly get messed up. I knock on my door for the second time. At a quick glance, everything seems fine. My heart is racing, which means one thing. I'm hoping. Or my instincts are telling me that the person on the other side is the person that has jumped start my life. I finally gathered my wits, my strength, and my courage all at the same time. I try to bury my heart in the back of my mind. I still don't even know if it's you, but I must hide my exploding heart and look calm. I open the door as you're about to knock for the third time. My heart immediately begins to race as I catch the silhouette of your face. I'm so elated to see you as it feels like forever. The light from behind reflects off your eyes, and there I stand paralyzed. You look absolutely radiant, which is what I want to say. Your hair looks perfect as it drapes the side of your face. The look in your eyes takes my breath away, and the shape of your luscious curves drives me insane. Of course, we both just stand there. No words are exchanged. It seems that we can read each other's minds. I finally break out of our hypnotic trance and reach out for your hands. Without any thought, you lace them into mine. And there we stand with hands intertwined, never dropping our eyes from the line. I finally speak and ask, "How are you doing?" You reply with, "Just fine, now that I'm here." I ask you to sit to make yourself at home, but the awkwardness of the moment has made you giddy and you decide to stand. I'm perfectly okay with this and decided to take a seat myself. You start to pace back and forth with a flushed smile. The dimple on your cheek is apparent, and it looks as though you're going to burst with anticipation. This is so different from how it usually goes. Normally, I'm the one who can't keep control. I do everything I can to put you at ease, but the pressure of the week has been the greatest tease. You finally gain yourself and decide to sit with me. My mind becomes a marathon runner, racing with a plethora of thoughts all at once. I remember that you and I have done this before. It was the most intimate and passionate moment that we had shared, but things were different then, and we weren't prepared. And just like with everything that I include as us, it was natural and without the burden of thought. We lay in bed like we had just been born, naked. We lay there for an hour and a half and we just talked, kissed, and laughed. The closeness of our thoughts combined with the closeness of our new intimate bond and the way we kissed made up for my embarrassment. I call it embarrassment, but that emotion never took place. It seemed that you were grateful for me not being typical, not taking advantage of the moment, and maybe you were putting me to the test. Maybe it was yourself that you had to test. Did you decide Did you need to decide if you had thoughts of your own to be put to rest? Either way, that was a long time ago, and from that moment we both have grown. We stayed in close touch, never putting out of our minds the feeling that we were somehow intertwined. Things are different now. Neither one of us has any limits. We are not held down by responsibilities, which we have helped each other acquire. But nothing else holds us outside of the world. We are finally free to explore everything that we've been waiting for without the burden of any guilt. We've been close friends all this time, always flirting with the bump and grind, but never reaching all of the way. Keeping us close, but very insane. There is a big, "I don't know," to throw in here, but then the positive, "but all I do know," comes flying out. And all I know is that we've always felt strong towards each other, but something has always been in the way. And because of these feelings, we've become the strongest friends, sharing everything, making what we want to come true now seems like the honorable and right thing to do. I catch your glance and immediately become lost again. You've taken me away to that world I don't want to come back from, a world where the strongest bond becomes the lover's strongest characteristic, passion. Like a vampirist, you draw me close to you with a single thought. Our thoughts become closely mingled and are enveloped by our mouths with the sweetest kiss. Our hands are everywhere in each other, massaging, grabbing, pulling, rubbing, becoming wrapped up in each other's intricacies. These hands have a mind of their own, and the desire of our passion becomes truly known. We stand deadlocked in an embrace that is a vacuum seal of our face and maybe fate. The endless kiss comes to a conclusion, and I scoop you up into my arms. I hold you close to me as I carry you. You feel protected, endured, loved, and out of the way of harm. I lay you softly down on the bed, all the while cradling your head. Your breath is heavy, as is mine. Our lover's song is singing high. I undress in front of you without the slightest shame. You never drop your gaze from mine, and again our thoughts travel across time. Naked, I crawl under the covers, searching for warmth which you suddenly supply. I let out a sudden sigh as you press your body against mine. Our lips lock once more as my hands again explore the creases of your clothes that I'm slowly sliding off. One by one to the floor they drop. Then you are as naked as me, and I'm taken by your exquisite beauty. By candlelight, I can't help but stare. Your skin is soft and smooth like silk, and an electric current pulsates through my body every time I glide my fingers over it. Your body is ideal, proportioned perfectly. Your curves are endless, and my hands go off into infinity as I trace them. I feel the slight tease of your tongue gliding on my neck. We're consumed by each other's radiance, and I can't help but make this want to last. We are pressed together and form one shape in the shadows of the night. Our scents mingle with each other and keep us at our height. Our constant hand motions and massages have brought us to a peak, and finally you want me to touch the place that's been so hard to reach. Without taking my lips away from yours, I glide my hand down to explore. I start to massage your inner thighs. Immediately your head rolls back and you let out a sigh. I tell you to look at me and open your eyes. As soon as you do, I will touch you there, the place that makes you feel high. You look into me and see everything that I've ever wanted to say. You seem so glad that this is finally the day. I plunge my fingers into you and circle them all around. Immediately, you are thrusting your hips up and down and letting out sweet moaning sounds. This constant thrusting and your sounds in my ear have finally got me there. As I'm touching you, you take me into your hand. You play with the toy that makes me a man. You know exactly how I want it touched, and finally it becomes way too much. I gracefully glide over your legs and settle in between. Again, we kiss passionately. Glide my fingers over your body one last time. It sends a shiver up and down your spine. And then I ask you to place me inside. It's always been forced into you before, without permission, without hesitation, without mutual agreement, asked to the right time. And my gentle question stirs a million desires in you. It becomes the final moment, the most intimate you've ever had, and now you trust me completely and place me where we both want me to be. After all our teasing, you want it all and you want it fast, but my will is strong and I want this to last. I only give you an inch or so, but it's enough to get you going, enough to start you moaning. You start to beg for more and at the same time grab ferociously for my hips, trying to pull me closer within, but of course I resist. I place my mouth in your lips and give them little tongue twists, and with each kiss I give you more of what you want. At this point, what you need. We haven't even started yet, and already you're in ecstasy. I'm all the way in you now. We just sit there for a second to feel each other, to get used to each other, to look at each other. I'm surrounded by you. I feel your warm moisture enveloping me, and nothing has ever felt so good. For you, I'm a perfect fit, but you have a strange new sensation as I've reached a place deep inside that others have tried but have never reached. I can see in your eyes a quaint look of surprise that quickly turns into a smile of pleasure. You understand now why I made you wait so long, that long time ago. Way back then, this would have thrown a serious kink into your world. There would have been no coming back, and you would have resented that. In your legs, in your thighs, in your back, you would have constantly ached to have me again, and even some more. I've read all these thoughts, and at the same time, watched you to come to terms with them, and now no longer do you hold them within. Suddenly, by some hidden command, our bodies are moving, woman and man. Everything has a mind of its own, and the desire and the passion goes into worlds of the unknown. We are raging. We are gentle but powerful. Our thrusting and our passionate groans break through any love barrier. We are nature. We are instinct. We are one. One body, one heartbeat, one breath. We are all that is left. The world no longer exists. All we have is each other, our bodies colliding, our locking of lips. We go for minutes, hours, days. Time has no meaning in this place. We are the monster with two backs, the ancient Indian ritual of Gozinta. Our ferocity for each other grows with every moment. We cannot be stopped. Our powers have been unlocked, and in a sudden gush of pure ecstasy, we have finally reached the peak. Everything was perfect, and even the end has a story of its own. With one unifying groan, we travel to a world neither of us has known and come simultaneously. I lay inside you for a few moments longer, trying to understand everything that just took place, at the same time staying in the highest place, trying to catch my breath, listening to yours, letting our fluids mingle. The scent of our lovemaking is in the air. We breathe it in, our lungs can't get enough. The blood is still flowing through us. We are still one breath. We lay there and taste of each other's sweat. It is pure sweetness. I finally climb out of you, although you want me to stay. So by your side is where I remain. I brush your hair out of your flushed face, and again your beauty takes my breath away. I hold you close to me in tight embrace and plant another kiss onto your face. I can't help but love the way you taste. We hold each other all through the night. It's cozy, warm, passionate, and right. We fall into a deep slumber. Our bodies have exhausted themselves on each other. We let the high of our love carry us away to a place that nobody could ever give way. We took each other to complete ecstasy, and this, my love, has been our greatest fantasy. Boom. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope we got your fluids moving. Got my fluids moving. Anyway, until next time, check out, subscribe if you like what you heard. Check out Tales of Turmoil on Amazon, as well as all of my other books. Until next time.